Hello, my name is Aisling Healy and I'm the Coordinator of Programmes here in Scoil Mhuire, with special responsibility for the Transition Year Programme and the Leaving Cert Vocational Programme. In this presentation, I will give an overview of the senior cycle options available in our school for third years and transition years. The vast majority of third year students will choose the Transition Year Programme, but some will move directly to fifth year. In the first part of this presentation, I will explain the two options available for those third years who wish to go directly to fifth year and for the transition year class of 2021 who will move to fifth year in August. The senior cycle options available in Scoil Mhuire are a 3-year programme or a 2-year programme. The 3-year programme is transition year plus fifth year plus sixth year, and the 2-year programme skips transition year and moves the student directly from third year to fifth year. Within fifth year, there are two options: the Leaving Cert Vocational Programme or the traditional Leaving Cert known as the Leaving Cert Established. In the Leaving Cert Established programme, students study 4 choice subjects plus English, Irish and Maths, and a suite of subjects designed to support their well-being, for example PE, SPHE, religion and so on. In the Leaving Cert Vocational programme, they study 3 choice subjects: English, Irish and Maths, and the suite of wellbeing subjects. The 7th subject being Links module, which is all about vocation or the world of work. In the Links module, students study 2 broad areas. Number 1 being preparation for the world of work, which will introduce students to working life, job-seeking skills including the creation of CVs, a career investigation, and mandatory work experience. The second area of study is enterprise education, where students will learn enterprise skills, investigate local business enterprises and voluntary organisations or community enterprises, and undertake an enterprise activity. LCVP, therefore, is a very practical, hands-on subject, all about the world of work that students will encounter when they leave school, and typical activities that might be undertaken by the LCVP class would be inviting guest speakers or visitors to the school, site visits to local enterprises, case studies on local enterprises, building businesses themselves, going on work experience, using computers to craft their CVs, and conducting video interviews. And while LCVP Links module is the 7th subject studied by students in our school in the Leaving Cert vocational programme, it's not assessed in the same way as the others. So there is 60% of the marks which go on a portfolio of work that the students create over 2 years, and an exam broken into 3 different aspects: 1 question paper, 1 recorded interview, and 1 investigation, which are done before the exams in June, make up the rest of the 40%. Students who do really well in LCVP will receive a distinction, which is the highest grade. So the grading system is slightly different from traditional subjects also. There's no H1, H2, H3 or ABC as we called them before. And the maximum number of points for CAO purposes that can be gained for LCVP is 66. There are also certain subject combinations which are needed before a student can study LCVP. So I would advise all students thinking about the LCVP option, all third years wishing to go directly to fifth year, and all transition year students to make a date in their diary now for Monday the 1st of February, when Miss O'Grady, the school guidance counsellor, will host a virtual subject fair with help from other teachers, and she will go through in much greater detail the combinations required for LCVP and the indeed subject choices for all students going directly to fifth year. So at this point, transition year students and their parents who may be listening, and third year students who are definitely going directly from third year to fifth year, can take a break, return your online form. The deadline is this Friday at 1 p.m. and let us know that you are interested in doing LCVP or Leaving Cert traditional programme. For students who are in third year and would like to hear more about the transition year programme, keep listening. So what is transition year? Well, it is not a new programme. It's been around since the 1970s and was introduced to our school first in the 1990s. Transition year is unique in the whole world. There is no other country in the world where they have a programme such as this, which is dedicated to address challenges that young people face when they leave school. Challenges like relationships, teamwork, careers, interviews, etc., which are not currently addressed well by the Leaving Cert established programme, which is really subject specific rather than skills based. So the mission of the Transition Year programme is to promote the personal development, the social development, the educational development, and the vocational development of each person on the programme. And it's about preparing students for your role as autonomous, participative, and responsible members of society. It's all about education through maturity, through adult experience, and through skills building. For the past number of years, we've been lucky in Scoilmhuire that any student who wished to do transition year, there was automatically a place for her. But some years, the programme may be undersubscribed or oversubscribed. And in that case, the Board of Management decides how many class groups will be on offer, and students will be selected via this criteria. The very first thing you need to do if you want to take part in the transition year programme is return that online form in time. The deadline for returning it is 1 p.m. on Friday the 22nd of January. That's this Friday at 1 p.m. And thereafter, your students' participation, behaviour and attendance will be taken into account. And in a worst case scenario, there may be an interview. But like I said, we've been very lucky in the past number of years that anybody who wishes to take part in the programme may enter automatically. So what does transition year look like in Scoilmhuire? Well, some subjects and some experiences last all year long, while others are offered on a modular basis, and there are 3 modules in our year. The core subjects of English, Irish and Maths, computers, modern foreign languages, PE, religion, SPHE and careers are offered all year long to all students. And then students also face a choice of 2 other subjects that they study all year long. At the moment, the choices are GAA Future Leaders, Young Social Innovators or Legal Studies, and Music or Art or Drama. And students of drama finish the year usually with a musical theatre piece or a drama which they show for friends and family. In some years, students of art take part in the Junk Couture competition, and currently they are also taking part in an animation class. While young social innovators tackle a social problem in their area. And the GAA Future Leaders does what it says on the tin and encourage the young girls in our school to become leaders of the future, particularly with regard to sports. Then, to add variety and to pack the most into the year that is possible, we break the year up into 3 modules, and these subjects are studied for 1 module each: cookery, SPS, craft, philosophy, woodwork, safe food, childcare, road safety and public speaking, and also subject sampling of business and science for senior cycle. trips away from school, site visits, workshops, etc. all make up the very important calendar layer of the transition year programme. And these are just some examples of the many trips, workshops and activities laid on for transition year students each year. And finally, the work experience or community placement element is the last integral part of the transition year programme. Currently, it takes place every Monday of the school year, and students are encouraged to find 3 different work experience placements, 1 per module. It's the student's own responsibility for finding their placement, but they will get help from the career guidance counsellor at school. And exceptions can be made for students who perhaps find a block placement of 1 week in an area that they're very interested in. But students must secure other placements for the remaining Mondays of the calendar. And while extracurricular activities are not an integral part of the transition year programme, many students' experience of transition year is that they have more free time to engage in these extracurricular activities, and indeed they can flourish in these extracurricular activities. And I'm proud to say in Scoil Mhuire that we facilitate a wide variety and range of extracurricular activities each year. As you can imagine, such an experience cannot be provided for free. Currently, the programme fee is €450, and this covers expenses such as a team building trip at the beginning of the year, book rental, locker rental, insurance, requisites, certification for different programmes the students are involved in, a retreat, workshops, bus travel, online courses, the transition year hoodies that they're so fond of, affiliations to different societies, workshops, activities, etc. Optional extras will be kept to an absolute minimum in this programme, and that is my promise to parents and students. There are a small range of activities which are not covered in the €450 programme fee, and they include participation in the Gaisce programme and the associated adventure, participation in the Pope John Paul II Awards, participation in the European Computer Driving Licence certification, and a very limited amount of trips and activities which not all students would wish to take part in. God willing, a school tour will also be organised for the incoming transition year group, but this is optional and therefore will also cost extra. And only students who have paid a €250 deposit to secure their place in TY by the 1st of May 2021 or have set up a monthly standing order of €45 will be eligible to go on the school tour. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic put paid to our plans for last year's school tour, but the year before we went to Rome and Naples, and here is just a taster of what went on. And finally, from me, it's very important that I explain how the programme is assessed and how students can achieve the very best of themselves in this programme. The assessment methods used in the transition year programme are largely formative and continuous, rather than the older style junior cert or in fact the leaving cert. It's more along the lines of the new junior cycle, where students will be used to keeping portfolios in sub-subjects. There will be a digital portfolio in transition year where students will document their progress throughout the year. There will be various projects and assignments to do. There will be 3 end of module reports sent home so students and parents can be kept abreast of their progress. An exit interview may also occur, and it will culminate in a graduation ceremony at the end of the year, where students will be certified from the school with a pass or a merit or a distinction based on credits they can earn for absolutely everything, from attendance and punctuality and behaviour to participation in the Goshka or Pope John Paul II Awards, and any number of different activities. Student voice is something which is very important to all of us here in Scoil and where would we be without the student experiences of what transition year is like? The national evidence for transition year is very encouraging. 89% of students nationally believe the programme is worthwhile. And students who are in transition year generally, on average, earn 26 more points in the Leaving Cert than those who do not. Students also say it's a chance to relax and to develop themselves personally and to develop their skills. And they also say, most importantly, that it's fun. Fifth years who have done transition year feel they're more mature in themselves and they have different and better relationships with the teachers as a result of having gone through the transition year programme. And they all say that trips are the highlight. So, are the students of Scoil so kind? I asked for volunteers from the transition year class of 2021, that's the current transition years, and also the transition year class of 2019, that's the current 6th years. And they're going to give their 2 cents on the programme now.
TY is an amazing experience which I'd recommend to just about everyone. It's fun, exciting and eye-opening.
TY is fun, stress-free and a great opportunity to make friends.
Positive, adventurous and maturing.
Describe TY in 3 words. If I was to describe TY in 3 words, I'd have to say independence, creativity and personal growth.
A skill I've acquired in TY so far is definitely responsibility.
I've learned many new skills in transition year, including woodwork, knitting, yoga, how to use a computer, speaking out in public and presenting.
Throughout my experience in TY, I gained an array of skills, but I think the skills that stand to me the most today would be my people skills and my public speaking skills that were immensely developed in TY through activities such as Mall United Nations, joining the debate club, YSI, which is Young Social Innovators.
Where you can learn lots of new skills or you may not have gotten the chance to do before. For example, I've learned how to knit, I've learned how to do woodwork because we got to attend the classes over in the Mon. I took part in the ECDL programme, so I've learned how to use lots of different computer softwares which should benefit me going forward in life. I've learned how to compose music online and we're also learning how to play the ukulele in music.
This year for me has been all about learning how to work in a team and also how to lead a team as well. I've learned a lot about initiative and also pushing myself outside my comfort zone.
I have learned many new skills since beginning TY in September, such as organisation and communication. These skills benefit me as a lot of work is done in teamwork and there needs to be communication going on, and I feel like that was very important.
One of the highlights for me in TY was our trip to Ballyhass. It really stands out to me because I think it was the first time I got to talk to people in my year who I've just never spoken to before.
I think my best highlight in TY was a small little drama my class and I put together in Irish with Miss Healy, and from 1st to 3rd year I would have never thought I'd get up in front of my whole year and perform a play, being the main character, and I did.
If I had to narrow down my highlights of TY, I think it would have to be when we went to Rome for 4 days, which not only was obviously great because it was a holiday with your friends, it was very educational. We went to religious sites, we went to geographical sites, and I think it helped us learn a lot about ourselves in terms of being independent and being individuals away from home. And I think my other highlight would have to be DCMUN, which is Davis College Model United Nations. I'm sure your children will have heard of this. It is probably the best experience that you can put yourself into in TY. It will develop you so much as a person, you will make such great friends, and you'll gain so many skills for life.
The highlight of transition year is definitely our school trip to Rome. It was so fun to go on your first, like for many girls, first trip without your family and have it all your bestest friends.
I think TY really helped me develop my confidence. I'm way more comfortable in talking to my peers afterwards, and I also developed my public speaking skills through Model UN and the Debating Society, and TY really gave me the time to participate in these after-school activities.
If I had to say whether or not I grew as a person due to TY, it would definitely be a yes. I 100% grew as a person. I've always been quite outgoing and friendly, but from first to third year, I've always been in a very specific friend group, and I kind of limited myself to that friend group, and I'm sure a lot of people did the exact same. When I entered into TY, I was placed in a class with none of my friends and with people who I never would have talked to before. And to this day, I am so grateful for being put in that class with none of my friends, because I am now best friends with some of the girls who I didn't speak a word to from first, third year. And I think that happens with a lot of people. You really broaden your horizons in terms of friendships, and that was a massive benefit for me.
100% I've grown as a person. I'm a lot more confident and comfortable in myself, both at home and in school. I've learned a lot about myself, my strengths, my weaknesses, what I'm good at, what I need to work on. It's been a huge learning curve.
I have honestly changed and grown as a person as a result of TY, inside and outside school. I definitely got outside my comfort zone and did stuff I usually would never do, as TY benefits you and giving you so many opportunities.
Definitely did change as a person in TY, as in before in third year I used to be quite shy and reserved, whereas during TY my confidence just grew to like a new level. Like I feel like I'm a different person now when I came out of it, just because of the support I felt from the teachers and my classmates and the new friends I made. It was just the overwhelming support that you get through transition year as to grow as a person really helped me. So I really recommend it if you feel like that you might be a bit shy or you find it hard to make friends, because it's a full year just you can dedicate to making new friends and growing as a person.
I think for me, the biggest benefit of TY had to be getting a part-time job out of one of my work placements in a sports shop. I don't think this is a benefit that will come to everyone, but I was incredibly lucky to receive it. I feel like receiving this part-time job really helped to mature me as a person, because it gave me time management skills, immensely developed my people skills, and kind of gave me a sense of belonging and a sense of achievement from TY.
I think the biggest change in me after TY was how I was way more open to making friends outside of my friendship circle that I had in junior cycle. I think TY really helped me see that I had loads of things in common with loads of other people outside of my initial friendship group.
I've definitely benefited from transition year because I've made new friends. I've grown in confidence and independence. I am more open to try new things and experiences. I've gotten the opportunity to work with charities and to be more active in my community.
people. The benefits of TY would have to be the amazing opportunities. I had the opportunity to join the TY management team and it's so much fun. We get to help Miss Healy, our TY coordinator, plan ideas, trips and loads of fun activities for a year, and it's great to be involved and have a say in things like that.
What benefits has TY had on me? TY has been so brilliant. I've enjoyed every second of it. But I think the best things I've gotten out of TY so far have been the friendships I've made. And also on the academic side of things, I've kind of gotten a feel for loads of different subjects, and I have a better idea now of what I might want to study in Leaving Cert.
I think TY's year is very unstructured. This gives you loads of time to take up new activities and new hobbies, but I think it's very easy to fall into a pattern of being unproductive. But you really will get out what you put into this year.
The most challenging thing about transition year, in my opinion, is work experience, because it pushes you to work very hard and is very tiring. However, it does teach you about work ethic.
What challenges have I experienced in TY so far? I think my biggest challenge so far this year has been pushing myself outside my comfort zone, but every time I do it, I do not regret it. So
some challenges that I've faced have been putting myself in scenarios I wouldn't normally be used to, but being able to overcome them due to the new skills that I've acquired.
The challenges I would experience, like, although making new friends and putting yourselves into like new clubs and stuff the benefits would have been brilliant. It was quite hard for me to actually put myself into them, such as Model UN or like debate. Like, I would never put myself as someone who wanted to be into that, but once I put myself into it, it was one of the two things, or one of the most memorable experiences I've had in TY. So definitely just put yourself into it, because that's the hardest part. And then once you're in there, it's just, the benefits are just unreal.
I would definitely recommend transition year to third year students and their parents, because it gives you the opportunity to learn new skills, to make new friends, to think about what career path you might want to follow, and what subjects you will need to choose in Leaving Cert in order to achieve this career path. It will also give you time to become more confident and independent, and to develop as a person as a whole.
If somebody had asked me at the start of TY, would I recommend doing TY, I would have said no. I have a very different opinion now, but the reason I would have said no at the start was because I love having my head in a book. I love studying, and I kind of missed that aspect of school when I entered into TY. But then I said to myself, no, stick at it, try everything, throw yourself in the deep end with everything. And I can honestly say that I'm so thankful to my past self for not going directly into fifth year, because the friends I gained in TY are irreplaceable. The skills I learned will genuinely stick with me for life. There were so many interesting trips, like Goshka, Model United Nations, going to debates, going to different college open days. The list goes on. So I would honestly recommend to anyone, whether you're a bit of a workaholic like myself, you're very free-spirited, you're quite shy, you're reserved, TY will genuinely change you so much as a person for the better.
I would certainly recommend transition year to third year students and their parents, because most people think that transition year is a DOS year and a time to sit back and do nothing, but actually it's the complete opposite.
I would definitely recommend TY to third years, and definitely recommend their parents to consider for their daughters, as many girls have grown throughout TY more than they had in any other year. And it's also just a full year just to focus on yourself, have fun, make new friends. So I don't see why you could pass it up, to be honest.
I think I'd recommend TY to absolutely anybody. I personally loved it, and I really feel like I grew as a person because of it as well.
Would I recommend TY? The answer to this would be yes. It's such an amazing experience, and I think you'd really miss out if you skipped on to fifth year. In TY, in your basic classes like maths, English and Irish, you cover a lot of the work that will be done in fifth year. So it gives you that bit of a head start that you won't be as overwhelmed when you go straight from third year to fifth year. So if you do fourth year, you have that year to get some of the basics in, so then fifth year won't seem as scary.
Would I recommend TY? 100% I'd recommend everyone to do TY. It's so much fun, it's a bit of a break from the books, and you learn so much about yourself. It's makes so many new friends as well. It's brilliant, everyone should do it.
Amazingly, no students were bribed for the purposes of making this video, and I think it's really interesting to note that the current transition years, even though they're in this very difficult situation of learning from home, they're still motivated, they're still engaged, and they still participate every day, and they still seem to be enjoying the transition year programme, which is a testament to the type of girls that we have in this school. And believe you me, the teachers know exactly how lucky we are. If the transition year programme is for you, I really hope you have the courage to choose it. I think I can guarantee that it will be a year that will change your life, and I very much look forward to working with you. So get those applications in